Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some beautiful new spring decor pieces that were so much fun to put together. Today I'm going to be using my Cricut Joy to show you just how easy it is to get started making these high quality pieces without the struggle or getting overwhelmed. This video is sponsored by Cricut. I'll share a little bit more about them later on in the video, but I want to go ahead and just jump on into creating these gorgeous fun Easter decor pieces and get to adding some of those beautiful Easter colors into our home. For the first DIY, I wanted to make an Easter sign. I knew I could put some really pretty font inside that frame. I am using a leftover piece of the plunger from one of my last videos, as well as one of these wooden circles from Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree does have wooden circles, so you can substitute that. I have actually made a stand before using the Dollar Tree circle. I wanted to make sure this was going to stand up really nice and sturdy, so I drilled some holes and actually stuck a screw through them. Now this is like a leftover screw for a deck, so it's a super long one. You don't need one that long, that's just all I had on hand. But because we actually just built like a new little patio deck on our house, but I'm pretty much just making kind of like my wreath stand that I've made before, except I am going to be putting the sign on this. So I painted it white, and then I was able to just hot glue this sign directly on it. I knew I wanted to trade out the art in it. It was damaged, and to make this Easter, I needed a nice clean backing, so I'm using some of my like faux barnwood scrapbooking paper from Hobby Lobby. I glued this down, and then I was able to use my Cricut to cut out a beautiful little font file that they had. They have tons of options on the design space. Whenever you are in your canvas, you just hit add image, and it gives you so many options. I love all of the Easter and spring ones, so I just picked out one that I really liked, and then I was able to cut it out in just a few minutes. I always try to remember to double check my measurements to make sure that it is going to fit. In the image, the little vine was green, but I was going to add my own greenery to the bottom, so I just decided to leave the entire image in the black vinyl, and then using my transfer tape to transfer that over onto the scrapbooking paper. I love using these little signs from Dollar Tree because the back actually comes off without having to tear up the little sign. I thought that I was going to be able to just hot glue this to the stick, but it wasn't sticking or touching in the right places, so I did have to put some ribbon over that to act as a little holder, and then secure that with some popsicle sticks. And then adding in the extra little details, I put a piece of ribbon around the top, and then using some Walmart floral, they have these gorgeous purple flowers. I ended up putting those at the bottom, and I feel like it gave it that extra pop of color to bring in more of the Easter colors and tons of more detail. You could just use the greenery if you didn't want so much color, but I think it is perfect for Easter. While I was browsing in the Cricut design space, a library of images, they had a little file that said carrots for the Easter bunny, and I knew my girls would love this. I was going to try to put it on a plate. I didn't actually have a white plate on hand, so I thought it would be fun to use one of these clear plates from Dollar Tree and add my own decor to it. So I'm so happy this worked out. I just have a scrap piece of fabric. I think this print actually came from Hobby Lobby, and I Mod Podged it down onto the back of the plate, cut it down, and then added another layer of Mod Podge on the back. And this made it look so beautiful, but left the front nice and smooth, so I was able to add my image on there. This is the image, and it does have a little carrot on there, but I didn't have any orange vinyl on hand, so I decided to cut the wording out of white. I feel like it showed up a lot better than the black would or any other color, and then, like I said, leave the carrot off, or I chose to, so that I could paint it myself, and I feel like that just added in extra detail. I'm not really going to be serving on this plate or anything. It's just mostly going to be for decor or fun, so I didn't mind putting paint on it, but I put my vinyl down on there and used my smoothing tool to get it down in place, and then used some pumpkin orange and moss green to paint my little carrot in place. I feel like this turned out really adorable. I love the pop of the orange showing up, but this also goes perfect with my boho farmhouse decor. Now that you are seeing some fun new projects that you can create with this amazing machine, I want to take a second to tell you a little bit more about the Cricut Joy and share with you just how easy it is to get started. The Joy is my favorite machine right now because it is so compact and easy to use. All you do is download the Cricut Design Space on the app to your phone, and you can quickly get started by adding images and text, and you'll be cutting these out in no time. The Joy does cut 4 by 20 inches, so it is perfect for smaller projects like labeling and cutting out text or quotes, but of course crafting. But I do love that it is on this smaller scale because it does make it a lot less intimidating. The Cricut Joy also has its own line of accessories, so they actually make smart vinyl for this machine, and it makes it to where you don't even need a mat, which is awesome. I love not having to mess with the sticky mat sometimes. I love how using a Cricut saves me so much time. I used to actually trace all of my lettering on my projects and hand paint all of my text, and it just took a lot of time. But I feel like not only getting to cut it out in a few minutes using the Cricut, I'm achieving such a higher end put together look. Whenever I am cutting them out of vinyl, everything looks all crisp and clean. I'll put a link in the description box, so down below, for the Cricut Joy, as well as all of the other Cricut machines that I love so much. That will definitely up your crafting skills. I love using my Cricut, and I know you guys are going to love one too if you don't own one yet. Thank you once again to Cricut for sponsoring today's video, and let's go ahead and get back into some more fun DIYs using this little Cricut Joy. Next up, I wanted to use a higher quality sign. I picked this up on clearance from Hobby Lobby. It was under $4, so I was so excited. I actually had repurposed some black ones. I had the black paint on the backing in a different video, but I did pick up one in pink, and this was for like last summer, so really cheap leftover clearance, and I knew I could take this pink sign and turn it into something beautiful. I know Easter and spring is one of the only times that a lot of people incorporate pink into their decor, if at all, but I personally love pink, so I was excited to use this sign. I taped off the edging and painted the center white to have a nice blank canvas to put in my little Cricut word, and I cut out this bunny kisses. I feel like it was the perfect shape and size to go on there. I actually printed out the words in black, and then it had extra little detail that I cut out in a light pink. But it just worked perfect for this sign, and I love it so much. Such an inexpensive sign. If you would have purchased this at the store, it would have been a lot more money. And just because I can't leave anything good as is, I added the little stitches around there, but I am happy I did that. I feel like it gave it a lot more interesting detail and looks more put together, but more of a whimsical, cute look.
Feels like everything stops for a while when we look
I am all the time getting fresh flowers for the house or picking March flowers, March lilies during springtime, so I thought a vase would be very appropriate. But I was thinking a cute little watering can would be really fun to put on a vase. I always love taking care of plants and raising a garden in the spring and summer, so this was just really, really cute. And I love the pop of the turquoise blue or the aqua blue, kind of like the color of the Cricut Joy itself. So that's the color that I had in mind. And instead of cutting out the watering can to put on top of the blue, I decided to cut it out first, paint over the top of it, and then remove it so that it would be clear and you could see a little bit of the floral stems. This turned out really, really cute. And after I got it painted, I was able to add in some of the gorgeous new Dollar Tree fabric that they have out in Crafter Square, and I just feel like it gave it the perfect pop of color. I love to use Mod Podge on fabric and adhere it to so many different things, just like I did the plate or this vase, but I love how whenever you put Mod Podge over the top of it, it gives it like a hard shiny finish and it looks really, really pretty, and you can't even tell that it's been fabric. I love how it is as is, but to kind of cover up the raw edge of the fabric and add extra detail, I put a few strands of jute twine around the top and tied that in the back, and I love, love, love how it gave it such a finishing touch. The second that I saw this little purple bucket from Dollar Tree, I grabbed it so fast. I feel like it was so beautiful for spring. The colors are so well done, and that soft purple is definitely one of my favorites. And I wanted to make like a purple bouquet to go with the bucket, but then stick in some of Dollar Tree's burlap bunnies, which I think are such nice quality and look so beautiful. So the purple flowers with the white on there is from Dollar Tree, and then the other purple floral is from Walmart. They both have nice quality floral this time of year, and I can't wait to see what else they're going to bring out for the rest of summer. But I like to cut all of these off with my wire cutters and then like strategically place them so they're nice and even and look put together. And then, like I said, pushing those bunnies down into the floral centerpiece. I did cut one of the dowel rods down so that one bunny would be a little bit shorter, and then I created a really fun tag by using a jumbo popsicle stick. I intentionally cut the Easter word really, really big, so I knew that it was going to kind of go off the edges of the popsicle stick, but I love how big the letters are so that you was able to read it like from across the room. But I just wanted to make a little tag to hang off the edge of this that said Easter. I thought it'd give it that extra like warm look to it with the wood tones, but I love how this white looks on that flagstone stain. To attach the tag, I was able just to drill a small hole in the top and then use a piece of my jute string or jute twine to tie that and then hot glue that just on the side of the inside of the bucket. This is a perfect way to add those subtle touches of color for spring, but also comes together in a beautiful piece that would also make a really great gift for a friend. Thank you so much for coming along and crafting with me today. If you are interested in the Cricut Joy or the any other Cricut machine, I will leave that in the description box down below. So go check out those machines, but I feel like it's definitely something that every serious crafter needs. It'll definitely up your game, whether you are trying to sell crafts or even just make them for yourself. I use my Cricut all the time. I actually have been using a Cricut, all the different models for over 10 years, which is insane to me. But I remember whenever I first got married, I opened an Etsy store and was selling tons of Cricut stuff. So that's how I got started getting comfortable and loving my Cricut, and I still use it a ton today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you once again to Cricut for sponsoring today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed these projects. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see next. Don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy crafting. Bye.